fans of the Heartland, and welcome to the Heartland Highlight Reel. It is Thursday night, October the 9th, and we are coming to you by a recording from the Dave Cave, brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network with a recap of everything that is happening in the Heartland and around the Filsinger Games universe. It is great to be here. Last night we had a show in Kansas City, so let's take you to the monitors. Here we go. Last night's show took place in Kansas City, and it is the month of October, and you know what that means. It is all about the Filsinger Cup Championship tournaments. Every wrestler, every man, every tag team, every lady who held the gold in the past 12 months is entered into the tournament for the most prestigious prize in the Heartland, the Filsinger Cup. And last night in Kansas City, 5 big matches from the Filsinger Cup tournaments took place. The show started off with Ed Strangler Lewis getting a big victory over Nick Aldis. Aldis put up a good fight in that one, but once Strangler Lewis got the Strangler's headlock in place, that was all she wrote. It took a number of applications of that headlock, but Nick Aldis took all he could take and was forced to tap out to the Strangler's headlock. Tag team action. The wild-eyed Southern boys, Tommy Rich and Tracy Smothers, with a big victory over the team from Whatever We Want. The 3W team of Stan Hansen and Ole Anderson went down to defeat when Tommy Rich exploded on Ole Anderson with a Thez press to get the 3 count. Next up, the Macho Man Randy Savage was victorious with a big victory over Terry Bam Bam Gordy. That was the match of the night, as those two battled it out. Back and forth we went, and finally the big flying elbow off of the top rope for the Macho Man was all she wrote. Congratulations to the Macho Man on a big victory. A long-time rivalry was consummated once again in match number 4 as Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, took the measure of Barry Windham. Windham, of course, under new allegiances, no longer a part of the 3W stable. He is now part of the Golden Dynasty, alongside Ted DiBiase and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. But that new allegiance could not bring him victory, as it was Dusty Rhodes who put a whooping on Barry Windham, finally defeating Barry Windham with a big elbow drop off of the ropes for the pin. And in our main event, Kevin Steen, the number 2 overall seed in the tournament, based upon the performance over the past 12 months. Kevin Steen had a big match against the one and only Lou Thez, and it was Steen emerging victorious by way of the sharpshooter. So some might consider that to be an upset, but Steen is wrestling as well as he has wrestled in his career. He is the hottest wrestler in the territory right now, and seeking to regain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship if he can. But right now, he is on a path toward the Filsinger Cup. And let's take a look at the brackets. An update of the brackets coming up next here. Here is the singles brackets, and we can see last night's winners: the Macho Man Randy Savage, Dusty Rhodes, Ed Strangler Lewis, and Kevin Steen, all moving into the quarterfinals of the Filsinger Cup Tournament for 2025. We'll come back to that. We'll take a look at the tag team bracket, and you see that Tommy Rich and Tracy Smothers move on to the semifinals of the Filsinger Cup tag team bracket. So lots of excitement in both the brackets coming up. Now, before we preview the upcoming Heartland shows, I also want to duck over and take a look at what is happening in the exciting world of Velvet Championship Wrestling. Our good friend Neil Lau, the #1 fan of the Heartland, had a big show this week. The Godfather took out Stu Hart to win the Velvet Heavyweight Championship. Congratulations to the Godfather. Pimpin' ain't easy, but he is now the heavyweight champion in the Velvet territory. Not only did he defeat Stu Hart, but Stu Hart was actually injured in that match, and he will be on the shelf for the next several weeks. And of course, ODB continues to dominate the ladies' ranks, holding the ladies' Velvet Championship. So those are your champions from the Velvet territory. Also of note from Neil Lau, another announcement: he has a new territory that is taking shape. Dixie Dynamite Pro Wrestling will be emerging from the creative universe of one Neil Lau. So we look forward to seeing what Dixie Dynamite also has to offer. All right, so that is our update for things happening around the Filsinger Games universe this week, the week of October the 9th, Thursday night. If you also run a territory and you want to get your highlights up on the Heartland highlight reel, just let me know. You know where to find me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the Filsinger boards. Some of you have my email address. Just reach out and let me know, and your highlights can also appear here. I want every territory in the Filsinger Games universe to get all of the publicity it needs. Now, this coming weekend, there will be no Heartland shows on the air. There will be no Heartland. I've got some house guests coming. My wife's mother is coming to town for the weekend, so we will not be on the channel and probably not even on the tabletop, as my wife's mother is coming to town. She is a delight. I really enjoy having her in town. It's always a special time when she can make the trip to see us and see the grandkids, and we've got a full slate of activities planned for the weekend and looking forward to that. Our next house show will take place next Wednesday night from Toronto, and on that show we will see matches from the Filsinger Games, the Filsinger Cup Tournament. All of the remaining round of 16 matches will take place next Wednesday from Toronto. Pat Patterson versus Terry Funk. What a match that will be. Buddy Rogers taking on Tony Atlas, who pulled the upset in round 1. Ric Flair and Jackie Fargo, two very entertaining characters indeed. And longtime rivals Johnny Valentine and Kurt Angle will be throwing down in Toronto next Wednesday night. Also next Wednesday night, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton will take on the Von Erichs in a semifinal match for the Filsinger Cup Tag Team Tournament. That is coming up next Wednesday night. Our next live broadcast on the Heartland will take place on Saturday, October the 18th from Miami. And that should be a fun match. Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito will take on the Road Warriors in Miami. And Bruiser Brody and Jimmy Snuka will take on the Steiner Brothers. We'll also have two quarterfinal matches from the men's bracket. Those matches will be determined. And probably also some other action from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation on October 18th. And of course, this is all aiming towards the next major supercard in the Heartland, the Tournament of Champions 2025. That will be taking place on November 1st, live on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. All right, so that is where we will wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. It's always fun to get these midweek updates on the channel. And we will be back live on the. We'll probably have an update next week from the Wednesday night matches, live on the channel on October 18th. And don't miss the big event on November 1st, the 2025 Tournament of Champions. So that is where we will wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all for checking out this week's edition of the Heartland Highlight Reel. That's our show, and I am out of here.